Welcome to Biology A to Z. Today our topic is megasporogenesis, embryo sac or female gametophyte development, and megagametogenesis, that is egg formation. This topic has been uploaded in both Hindi, Urdu language and English medium. So if you are more convenient with Hindi or Urdu language, you can watch another video of the same topic with the same content. This very video is in English language. So as you know, the female flower part is carpel or pistil, and pistil has three parts: upper stigma, middle style, and lower ovary. It is this ovary which bears ovules. It can have one ovule or more than one ovules. The formation of megaspore occurs in ovule. So this ovule, every cell of ovule, integumentum, the nucleus, funiculus, raphe, every part of ovule is 2n. But here we are studying megasporogenesis, spore formation, and that has to be haploid. So the megaspore formation occurs in this ovule, and from this megaspore, embryo, sac or female gametophyte. We have used the term gametophyte, that means it will be haploid. The gametophyte, female gametophyte, is developed from megaspore, and it is this female gametophyte where one of the cells is egg or the megagamete. So first of all, we have to see how megaspores are formed. Look, as we have already said that an ovule, the main body of the ovule is called nucleus. So there are integumentums, there can be one or two integumentums, and in rare cases the integumentums are lacking. But the main body of ovule is nucleus. The main bulk, the main mass is nucleus. When the nucleus matures, in most of cases, one cell near the epidermis, near the periphery, or in rare cases, more than one cells near the periphery metamorphose, differentiate into archisporial cell. So a cell near the periphery, near the epidermis, metamorphoses, becomes different, becomes large than the surrounding cells, and the cell is called archisporial cell. It has not divided, it has not undergone meiosis, but it has metamorphosed, it has differentiated, it is looking different from rest of the cells. The very cell is called archisporial cell. In most of the cases, this archisporial cell directly acts as megaspore mother cell. I repeat, every cell here is diploid, including this archisporial cell. Even if it directly acts as megaspore mother cell, the megaspore mother cell is also diploid. So in most of cases, this cell acts directly as megaspore mother cell. As a result, the megaspore mother cell is not deep-seated, it is superficial. Such ovules are called tenucleate ovules, the ovules in which megaspore mother cell, and hence the embryo sac, because megaspore mother cell will give rise to megaspores, and megaspore or megaspores will form embryo sac. So in such cases where archisporial cell has directly acted as megaspore mother cell, in these cases the megaspore mother cell will not be deep-seated, it will be superficial. As a result, the embryo sac will also be superficial. Such ovules are called tenucleate ovules. But in many cases, this primary archisporial cell undergoes a periclinal division, a transverse division. The lower cell, the deep-seated cell, acts as sporogenous cell, and the upper cell acts as, the outer cell acts as primary parietal cell. As a result of this, the megaspore mother cell has become deep-seated. In the first case, this cell had acted directly as megaspore mother cell, so it was superficial. But in other cases, it undergoes a transverse division. The megaspore mother cell becomes deep-seated. As a result of the embryo sac, in future, the embryo sac will be formed, and that will also be deep-seated. Those ovules are called crassinucleate ovules. Those are the ovules where there is a thick nucleus covering outside embryo sac. So whether this is tenucleate or crassinucleate, whether the megaspore mother cell is superficial in tenucleate or deep-seated in crassinucleate, what occurs next is meiosis. So the megaspore mother cell that is diploid like any other cells, it is also diploid. This megaspore mother cell undergoes meiosis, forms 4 nuclei that are in a linear arrangement. They form a linear tetrad. So a linear tetrad of megaspores is formed. These are obviously haploid because they are a result of meiosis. As you saw, the topic megasporogenesis and embryo sac development. Embryo sac also called as female gametophyte. So the term gametophyte itself means that it has to be haploid. The embryo sac or the female gametophyte will be formed from one megaspore or more than one megaspore, but it will be obviously haploid. That is why it will be called female gametophyte. So we have 4 megaspores, they are haploid. In most of the cases, the 3 megaspores towards the micropyle. We have 4 megaspores in ovule. The 3 megaspores towards the micropyle and get degenerated. This is what happens in more than 80% of the angiosperms. The 3 get degenerated, only 1 megaspore remains functional. So it is this functional megaspore, this single megaspore, from which the embryo sac will be formed. As a result, the most common embryo sac type is monosporic. Why monosporic? Because out of the four megaspores formed, only one megaspore, the megaspore towards the causal end, only one megaspore will contribute towards the formation of embryo sac. That is why it is called monosporic. But this is not the case always. Yes, it is the most common type of embryo sac, but there are members where another types of embryo sacs can be formed. For example, bisporic. Bisporic means that out of the four megaspores formed, 2 will get degenerated, 2 will contribute towards embryo sac formation. For example, allium type. So allium is a bisporic type. Polygonum is monosporic type, the most common. Oenthera is also monosporic type. But it can be bisporic and it can even be tetrasporic. Tetrasporic, that means the 4 megaspores formed, the linear tetrad of megaspores formed, all 4 contribute towards embryo sac development. None of the 4 gets degenerated, all the 4 are functional and they contribute towards the formation of embryo sac. That type of embryo sac will be called as tetrasporic. So depending on whether 1, 2 or 4 megaspores have contributed, embryo sac can be monosporic, bisporic or tetrasporic. But on the basis of the final structure of embryo sac, that is how many cells are present in an embryo sac, whether there are 7 cells, 8 cells, 4 cells, and how many eggs are there, how many antipodals are there, how many synergids are there. For example, if you see Oenthera type, there are 2 synergids, egg and a central nucleus. There are no antipodals. But there are cases where there are even 9-10 antipodals, where there are 11 antipodals, where there are only one synergid, where there is none synergid. So depending upon the final structure, on the basis of how many spores it has contributed, it can be monosporic, bisporic and tetrasporic. But depending upon the final structure, the number of cells, the number of nuclei, the number of synergids, the number of eggs, the number of antipodals, depending upon this, there are about 12 different types of embryo sacs that have been reported in angiosperms. But I repeat, the most common is monosporic polygonum type. This monosporic polygonum type, this we will be studying in detail. So as I said, in monosporic polygonum type, the most common embryo sac, only one microspore out of the 4 microspores, only one microspore towards the causal end remains functional. Megaspore. This megaspore, obviously it is haploid. So it is present in the center. It undergoes mitosis. Obviously, all the divisions that will follow will be mitotic, because meiosis has already occurred when megaspore mother cell gave rise to 4 megaspores. So the megaspore, the functional megaspore, obviously it is haploid. So it will undergo mitosis. 2 nuclei will be formed. One of the nuclei will move towards micropyle end. Another will move towards causal end. The one that is present on the micropyle end will undergo another mitotic division. The one at the causal end will also undergo a mitotic division. As a result, there are 2 nuclei at the micropyle end, 2 at the causal. Another mitotic division occurs. There are 4 at the micropyle end, 4 at the causal end. These 8 nuclei are result of a single megaspore, that single causal and functional megaspore. So currently we have 4 nuclei, 4 haploid nuclei at micropyle end, 4 haploid nuclei at causal end. Out of the 4 at the micropyle end, 1 moves towards center. Out of the 4 at causal end, 1 walks towards the center. So at micropyle end we have 3 nuclei, at causal end we have 3 and there are 2 in center. The 3 at the micropyle end, the middle one becomes egg. The wall formation occurs, the middle one is the biggest one, it becomes egg, and it is surrounded laterally by 2 synergids or nerve cells. They are called so because they help the egg in fusing with male gamete and also in zygote development. So they are called nerve cells. They surround the central egg. The lower 3 cells are called antipodals. They degenerate after egg fuses with male gamete. And the middle 2 nuclei, they form a single cell. The middle 2 nuclei are surrounded by single cell wall. As a result, the cell formed in the center is binucleate. The cell is not diploid. None of the cells in embryo sac is diploid. They are all haploid. It is embryo sac, it is female gametophyte. So in gametophyte, every cell will be haploid. So is the central cell. The central cell is haploid, but it is binucleate. The cell consists of 2 haploid nuclei. It is a dikaryotic or it is a binucleate cell. This is called central cell, or the 2 nuclei are called polar nuclei. So the embryo sac, the monosporic polygonum embryo sac is actually 7-celled. It is 7-celled 8 nucleate embryo sac. Why 7-celled? Because the nuclei present at the center form a single cell. So there are 3 cells at micropyle end, 3 at causal end, and 1 in the center. There are 7 cells but 8 nuclei. So monosporic polygonum, the most common type embryo sac, is 7-celled 8 nucleate. The middle cell at the micropyle end is egg. So we have studied in today's video, we have saw megaspore formation. From the megaspore we saw embryo sac development or the female gametophyte development, and one of the cells in female gametophyte or embryo sac is egg. We also mentioned that there are more than 11 types of embryo sacs depending upon whether it is monosporic, bisporic, tetrasporic, and what is the total number of different cells present at the final stage of embryo sac. Depending upon this, there can be more than 11 types of embryo sac that have been reported in angiosperms, but the most common is polygonum monosporic 7-celled 8 nucleate type of embryo sac. So if you like today's video, please share it, and if you have not subscribed our channel, please subscribe our channel. Thank you.